What's going on there, everyone? Well, I don't know why, but I almost didn't believe it when I first heard about it. I had someone DM me and let me know that this happened. And at first I laughed and was like, get out of here. And then I was like, no, this probably is serious. Let me see if I can find anything on it. And sure enough, the OK hand gesture is apparently considered a racist sign. That is considered a racist sign. What? I know people on 4chan and all those internet message boards, they've been trying to just, meme the left and all this stuff. And it just boggles the mind that the leftists just keep eating it. They just keep eating it up. Yum, 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 yum. Must taste good. BS must taste real good. Let's get into this story from the Washington Examiner. The OK hand gesture has no history of racism or violence. The Democratic Party, on the other hand. This is an opinion piece, I'll put it that way. The Anti-Defamation League has now decided that the OK hand gesture, used commonly by people of all kinds and cultures every day, ranging from former President Barack Obama to Pope Francis to Elizabeth Warren, is now a symbol of white supremacy. Didn't they learn their lesson? Didn't the ADL learn their lesson with Pepe? You let a message board on the internet just ruin your minds, people. You're letting them ruin their minds. And they've won. They've won. The message board people have won. Clearly they have won. They have got y'all so unhinged that you can't see things for what they truly are anymore. You see things, I don't know, because I can't see things like y'all. Thank God I don't see things like leftists, because that seems like a very miserable existence. The organization's utterly fatuous explanation even acknowledges that the connection between this symbol and racism was always an online hoax. But then it argues that the hoax became real. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Never has it been real. Y'all are the only ones that think that. The OK hand signal is just that. It's an OK hand signal. A-OK, man. In the case of the OK hand gesture, the hoax was so successful that the symbol became a popular trolling tactic on the part of right-leaning individuals who would often post photos to social media of themselves posing while making the OK gesture. Ironically, some white supremacists themselves soon also participated in such trolling tactics, lending an actual credence to those who labeled the trolling gesture as racist in nature. No, it didn't really add any credence because everyone was trolling. And everyone uses that. It's not a left or a right thing. It's just a person thing. There are people that are not Western in culture, thought, or anything else, and they still use that. It's a universal hand signal. It's a universal hand signal that means the same thing wherever you go. Get out of here. This is it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. No, this is not how things works. A hoax cannot turn an innocent and useful hand gesture used without a second thought by someone as random as Cory Booker into a symbol of white supremacy. All in a matter of just a couple of years of hoaxing. If you allow this, then you're only encouraging the hoaxers to move on to more symbols, and frankly, you deserve it. But the rest of us don't. Next thing you know, the peace sign will be verboten, or the military salute, or the face palm, especially apt here, or the high five. Where does it all stop? It's not gonna stop, because these leftists, I hate to even call them like a legitimate organization, because in my opinion, the ADL is not a legitimate organization. It's called the Anti-Defamation League, but what does it do to counteract people? It uses defamation to attack people they deem not good enough. It's ridiculous. They are an oxymoron within themselves. You know what? It has a much richer history of white supremacism than this gesture. A direct connection to active, virulent, violent racism that this hand signal will never have in 1,000 years. The Democratic Party. That's what. And that's true. Just pick up some history books. You'll see how the Democratic Party has been the number one promoter of white supremacy and segregation and all that in American history. Just fact. Yes, it began as a hoax, but sadly the hoaxers have taken it over. Resign your membership today, or else you're a white supremacist. Look at you. Looking at you, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is just a moron. I think through the last couple days and last couple months, even years, we could see that she's nobody. She's not powerful in her own party. She's not respected. She never knows exactly what she's talking about. Here recently, with this whole Ukrainian nonsense, she came out a day before Trump was to release the transcripts, as if she came out as if she already read it and there was clear wrongdoing. The presumption of innocence towards anybody is gone when it comes to the left. They don't have that anymore. They do not presume anybody to be innocent, especially if they are politically different to them. It's sad. But I don't want to go into a tangent. I'm going to keep this relatively short. I'd love to hear your comments on the OK hand gesture being officially designated as a white supremacist hand signal by the ADL. And, welcome to Clown World once more. As always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.